Welcome. Good morning or afternoon. Good to see you guys today. All right. Well, let's see here. We have a couple of people ready to go. Kara, welcome. I think we have a session later. Uh, Michelle, Randy, Trevor, welcome, guys. Let me see here. I'll go ahead and turn your microphones on. If you have some background noise going on, feel free to, or please turn that off or mute your mic. Um, cool. All right. Welcome, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get started with a couple of our basic items. Some changes are going to be coming soon. So that's why I cover these each time, because we want to make sure if you're watching the latest recordings that you have the latest and greatest information. Um, much the same as previous currently, though, but we do have more changes coming up. So here we go. The first thing, guys, I just want to start with what we're doing in this coaching program. Maybe there's one or two of you guys that are new or haven't been in some time. So first and foremost, there's these live sessions every Tuesday and Thursday at the same exact time. If you guys register for just the one, you will be enrolled for all of them, able to attend without having to re-register. Now, where can you find all this stuff for the coaching is going to be right here on your dashboard under this community section. This is likely one of the things that's going to change coming very soon. We're probably going to move it up here into this academy section. So it's just a little bit higher and has its own designated section. But for now, you'll click the join. It'll take you to our little discourse is what this is powered by. And then here under welcome to Dubb Coaching. So scroll up. Several things. One is that registration I just talked about, getting into these Zooms. You can, in these Zooms, either be a fly on the wall, right? You can just sort of pay attention, and you can even chat and contribute at the end, or ask some questions during if you'd like. But more importantly, we have our open mic spots, which are where you have a reserved seat in the coaching sessions. We can dive very deeply into your subjects, your bodies, your videos, your scripts, your workflows, your automations, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. We can really take a close look at here, giving you some strategic thoughts and feedback on whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's what we ask for the open mic. The sooner you book it, the sooner your spot is reserved. We haven't started marketing this class yet, guys, a lot. We have just the one little hidden link within the community. I think we sent one email about it, but we're getting ready to do a big sprint. So I expect more people to be in these rooms in the future. So I encourage you guys to start booking the open mic sessions, because there might not be so much open time in the future sessions. So open mic, it's a simple form. Just tell us what you'd like to help with, and then we'll bring you up on stage, and we can even share your screen and things like that. So live training, open mics to participate in these live trainings. And then the next most important thing is the showcase, the curriculum here. So you guys can build, this is actually a feature on Dubb that we used for this, right? To build this curriculum sheet here. So it's a lot of really useful trainings coming from just ground level, day one, sort of understanding your ICP, or your day one, right? Like you could have been business for years. And when we first hired our own coaches and consultants going years back, we took a look at some of these things, right? Like how well do we know our ICP? After years of being in business, it was really helpful for us to take a look at some of these foundational trainings, as well as really technical stuff. One of our open mics today, we'll see if he's able to join. I haven't checked yet, but wants to talk about SMS and automation and things. These are all in here, guys. Sending through SMS through a third party, using Dubb for automation, including SMS, how to write really good one-to-one messages. It's all sort of based on your ICP, your value propositions, your landing pages, presets. So all those foundational trainings are leading into the things down here that you can do a much better job of once you've consumed the earlier stuff. And guys, the reason I always reinforce this training is, I've worked with some customers for years in a one-on-one setting before we had this program, and even working with them in dozens of sessions, I still am not able to share all that information there with them, right? That we've learned and extracted and had our own coaching and stuff over the years. So lots and lots of information distilled down into those. So I encourage you guys to check those out on either an as needed basis. You're like, well, I need to do some SMS campaigns. What does Dubb have to say? And then definitely worth a view. Or I'm going to send some emails. There's email deliverability guidelines, one-to-one emails, bulk emails, automations, different trainings for each of those. So whatever you guys are looking at doing, I encourage you to always consume some of that training first. I promise you it's going to be valuable. And then come to these sessions to have a final discussion before you want to kick off your next big project. So open mics, the curriculum, and these live training sessions. That's how you guys will participate in the open in the trainings here. And then also, if it's a lighter volume room, we can jump straight into some sessions here, like Q&A. You guys can ask them on the spot. I will start with my open mic. Let me see if the gentleman that submitted it is here today, though. Tram, I don't think I see you here unless you have a different name. Yeah, Tram, I don't think you're here, my friend. I will reserve this spot for next time. I usually like to cover these while somebody's here. If you guys book an open mic session, I usually won't do it without you here so that we have an opportunity to sort of discuss, because that's really where the value comes back, right? You could write an email and we could give you some advice, but I truly believe the best learnings come from a two-way discussion. So Tram, we'll save this one for you for next time, brother. We'll try to make sure you can get here. Unless you show up later, then we'll take care of you. Okay. So actually, Tram was our only open mic session today. As I mentioned, we haven't done a great job of marketing these to enough people yet. That's happening this week. We got some cool email announcements. We're going to start pushing out that dashboard update. So guys, I don't have an open mic for us today. I do have some trainings I can jump into sort of generically. I also have a couple of new features. Maybe you guys have seen, we have the updated the video coaching, which we're about to do the announcement on, which I think most of you have seen. And then the voice activated teleprompter on the desktop, I believe is coming to PC this week and is available on Mac as well. So voice teleprompter on the desktop. Those are the new features. But let's see here, guys. I'm just going to do a raise of hands or a vote here. Is there a topic someone would like to ask a question on? Basically like an open mic, skip the line. Randy, I see your hand and your mic there. So guys, we'll use Randy as a good example of what I'd like. Michael, Michelle, Trevor, Maria, if you guys would like to dive into one of these things, or Vanessa, welcome back. Dive into something specific. Absolutely, it's a great opportunity. We have some time. So Randy, welcome, buddy. How's it going?
It's going good, thanks.
All right. So let's see here. I'm going to read your thing out loud. The Dubb
Sure.
desktop app doesn't ask on my Mac to allow voice speech recognition so that I can access the auto track on the teleprompter. Is there a way I can get these? Okay, so my best piece of advice for that would be to first clear the reset the app permissions. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. So click on the app itself, open the menu, 3 lines, support, and then reset app data. That's going to reset all of your permissions and the settings and stuff that you may have done within the app. And if you did some keyboard shortcuts and stuff, it's a little bit annoying, but it seems like if it's not asking for the voice recognition piece, then it's probably already denied permissions previously. So this is the first thing. Go ahead and reset the app data, and then it's going to say it'll sign you out. It's going to restart. Say yes. Do that first. And then if you haven't, Randy, uninstall this version. So quit the app, move it to the trash, and then reinstall the latest version from here, because I can confirm there was not that one. Sorry, dubb.com/desktop-app. Get the very latest version from here, because I can confirm my desktop developers just put a new version out yesterday. So if you haven't done that yesterday evening or today, first reset the app data, then do a reinstall. And during the installation, it should ask for permission to that. And then as a last resort here, for whatever reason, if it didn't ask for permissions, then you can manually add the permissions to it here by going to your settings, system settings, accessibility, and then, actually, no, it's in privacy and they keep moving it. Sorry, privacy and security. Right. And then down to microphone, and then make sure Dubb has access to that.
It does.
Then, so there's that piece. And then there's, maybe it is under accessibility, the spoken content, audio. I'm trying to remember the setting for, right? Yeah, live speech. No. I have to actually remember this manual setting here. Personal voice control. No. Uh, maybe it's actually under the same things there where the Dubb app is. I actually haven't ever done it this way. This is new. Normally it grabs it. So try that first, and then we'll
Okay.
come back here and see if we can manually find the permissions for it. So
Okay.
all right. Good. Well, hopefully we can get you something there. And then if you get stuck on anything, just let me know if that doesn't fix it, the reset and the reinstall.
Okay. Thanks.
You got it. Let's see here. Maria, Michelle, Steve, or Vanessa. We have an extra light room today, guys. Is there something I can? I want you to feel put on the spot, but I do want you to feel like, well, hey, I have a question about what do you think about this video or this script or this automation, this subject line. Really, that's what these rooms are for, is a soundboard and a sort of expert feedbacks. So, Maria, thank you. Good. Let's go. I hate to waste a session here, so I want to give you guys as much value as we can while we're here. So, Maria, any tips on sending a live link for emails? Maria, are you able to turn your microphone on there? I want to make sure I get fully understand the question. And if not, then maybe you could chime in a little bit further. When you say a live link, you mean like a video or a link to a live meeting? Oh, there you go. Your mic.
Yeah, actually, this is her husband. I'm
Okay.
filling in for Maria.
No worries.
My name's Kurt.
Kurt. Okay, Kurt. Good.
Yeah. So she is having a heck of a time putting a Calendly link, so when people can click on it and she can, and it's not going live. Like, she sees it, and she's doing it on a Mac.
So the question is, are we trying to add the calendar link to the email or to the Dubb video, or both?
To the email.
Okay. Well, there's two things here. One is, with the way Dubb works, if you're sending a video, you can have your Calendly automatically displayed beneath your video, just like this. And so that way, when they watch a video, they can click a button or just book a time directly. Is that of interest, or would you prefer to just put the link to the calendar in the email?
Either way,
okay.
If that works, so we set that up through the Calendly.
So this actual piece right here, in order to get the Calendly set up below there, let me cover this for you. So you'd go to your Calendly, and let's see here. Hopefully it can remember me.
I'm sorry, I'm on my phone.
So. No, you're good. Let me stop my share really quick and try to log in with my Gmail here. And this is recorded, by the way, too. So
perfect. Dang. I can have her watch this if.
Yeah, you could come back and watch it. So anyway, let me. I can't log into my Calendly right now. I have no weird login issue, but it's fine because you can get the gist of what I'm saying. When you log into your Calendly on your website, as long as you're logged in, there's going to be a little thing right here that says get your link, and you can get your main Calendly link where it says calendly.com/something, the username basically. So that's your main booking link. And in order to test it, just go ahead and put it in the browser. It's going to say calendly.com, Calendly. Maybe it's in my browser here. / There we go. So it's going to look just like this, and you'll know that, okay, the calendar's live, it's working. So now you take this link, and this is what first you can add to Dubb. So when I'm in Dubb, I'm going to go to Assets, Calls to Action, and I'm going to create a calendar. I'm going to call this my Calendly, and the type is going to be calendar, and then the provider is Calendly. And you'll see it actually, the first half is already there. So you only need to paste the second half of your Calendly link, because the first half's always the same. So you just put your second half there, choose what you want the button to say, which is this button right here that, book a time with Darius, schedule a time with your wife, whatever. So choose the text and then save this button. And now that's going to be a button that can be connected to a video. You can either connect it manually, which I'm going to do in this example. I'm just going to take one video and I'm adding just the calendar one time. Calendly. So then we would add the calendar. And then now when I look at the video, it's going to have my Calendly right beneath it. So that's one method of making sure that the video is there for this one video.
Okay.
Alternatively,
Question on that is
Uh-huh.
when you update your Calendly times and stuff, does that automatically?
Yes. Yeah, it's
you
all
don't have
fed.
to go in and do this process over.
No, yeah. Whatever updates you make to your calendar, people book appointments, all that stuff, everything's going to automatically be updated on your videos.
Perfect.
Now, one thing though, I just showed how to connect one video or one calendar to one video one time, but there's an easier way, which is to connect your calendar to what we call the preset, where it's like your template. So in this case, you'll see I have a preset that has my calendar connected here. So instead of me connecting the calendar every time to a video manually, I've created a preset that's my booking preset. The name is booking, and I've added my calendar there. So that means every time I record a video, Dubb is going to automatically add my calendar. That's actually the most recommended method if you often want people to book a time. If it's something you want them regularly to have, we would always recommend connecting the calendar to a preset. So that way you don't ever have to manually add the calendar to a video and it's there every time automatically.
Okay, well, that helps out a lot. I think.
Yeah. So that's my most recommended method is make the button, then put it on your preset, and then the calendar is a part of every video every time. And then one last thing we'll talk about, which is just sharing it directly in the email. As long as you can find this little link, this is all that you can display in an email. So like this calendar thing right here, this actually is not displayable in the body of an email like this. That requires a specific type of embed code. That's what's showing up below a video. So if you want to share the calendar link through email, it would essentially just be sharing this link itself in the body of the email. And if you're sharing a video, I usually don't recommend both. I would recommend not sharing the link in addition to the video, because what they're going to have here is they're going to have the video where they're going to now have some trust, some warmth, some personal connection, and then they're going to book the time, which is just going to be a higher quality booking and more likely to show up to their appointment, all those good things. So I wouldn't do both, but I would connect it to the preset there.
Okay.
Good. Excellent question. Anything else?
One thing is, can you send more than 100 emails a day?
Yeah. Great question as well. So a couple of things here. I want to just come back to the training for a moment because I want to point you guys, because again, we're limited time here, but if you have time, you can become really skilled, really masterful at sending campaigns, right? Because that's what that is. That's considered a bulk email, right? You're not sending it to 5 or 10 people, it's to 100 or more. Yeah. That's kind of a bulk email. So there's a few really important things I would pay close attention to whenever you're sending bulk emails. One is this guy right here, email deliverability guidelines. This talks about how to make sure that you're getting good delivery and how you can maintain good delivery and how to check if you're getting good delivery, all those things. So it's a really good short masterclass on how to check, maintain, and improve your email deliverability. So that one I definitely advise. One-to-one email, this is specific to one-to-one emails, but it's still really good to come watch it because ultimately email campaigns is the final training that I'm going to say you land on before you launch your next campaigns. So email deliverability first and then email campaigns. The reason why is there's some specific trainings here that talk about when you're trying to speak to a large group of people, we often say, hey, everyone, right? And then no one's listening. But if I say, hey, you specifically, you, this person, all of a sudden they're like, hey, that's me that he's talking to. So there's just some best practices and things like that are covered very extensively in those couple of trainings there. So email campaigns, email deliverability, very, very important before we start sending bulk stuff. Okay, now I'm going to assume that those have been watched, right? Now the rest of this stuff I'm going to show you. So your question was, can we send more than 100 emails per day? Absolutely. However, this will depend on the email connections that you have connected to Dubb. For example, a free Gmail. So like if it's at gmail.com, I do not recommend at these time, guys, for your business to send bulk emails from, I don't even have any Gmails here, free Gmails. I don't recommend sending bulk emails from the free Gmails because Gmail, like ask ChatGPT, ask any email person, they'll tell you the free Gmails have a lower deliverability, a lower reputation, a lower likelihood of landing in inbox versus paid Gmails, especially when we've done all the stuff that Gmail and Yahoo and stuff is asking us to do in order to get better deliverability. The main reason for this is free emails are the biggest cause of spam. right? It's very easy for a spammer to go sign up for 100 free emails and send a bunch of emails per day per free email. So Google and Yahoo, their answer to that is to throttle the deliverability of the free emails, because that's where most of the spammers live, and then make it harder even to send good, paid emails well, to get placed really well. So that's the caveat here, is if you're using a free Gmail, not only will you have a lower deliverability, but it will also be limited to 100 per day. Unfortunately, Gmail, they don't allow their free emails to really be used to send more than that. So can you exceed more than 100? Absolutely, but it will require a paid domain. So that means you own a domain, right? You bought a website for $1 or whatever, that's somecompany.com, right? And then you've connected an email to that, either a G Suite, which is a paid email. It's like $8, $10, or up to $15 a month or something, or a paid Outlook account, which is around the same price. But that way you're actually sending from a paid email, has a much better deliverability, and it also has a higher daily sending limit. These paid Gmails and Outlooks can send 300 per day on these ones. Now, if you need to exceed that, we have other services that we would integrate with, like SendGrid. I recommend SendGrid for if you need to send 500 or 1,000 emails a day or whatever for your newsletter or your email list. SendGrid is an awesome option because they have a $20 per month plan that you can send 50,000 emails a month. This is not for cold email, though. Guys, if you plan on purchasing lists or get cold lists and you want to mass email lists, SendGrid isn't good for that. It used to be, not so much anymore, again, because all the changes that have happened to cold email deliverability. So this is good for like a newsletter, for your email list, for people that are opted in. If you need to send 10,000 emails to your list, SendGrid is an awesome option, $20 a month, and it can be connected to Dubb. It's a lot more cost effective than paying for like a MailChimp or something like that to do a very similar function. MailChimp and all those other platforms, they require that your contacts be opted in, right? It's not a cold email platform. So as an alternative, it's much more effective. This is what we do, right? We at Dubb don't use other email sending tools. We only use our Dubb campaigns as our MailChimp thing, and that's all powered by our SendGrid. So anyway, long story there, but that's how you can send more than 100 is with a paid domain, or with a SendGrid, you can get much higher.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool. Okay, yep. And then Kurt, let me just show you really quick where these recordings are going to be so you can catch it. Just shortly after we get off of these trainings, we upload it, we put it on a page. It's going to be back in this same place, in this community forum. So if you join and hit Dubb Coaching, in that same section right here is going to be previous coaching recordings. It's also on a showcase with all of our past sessions. This one's going to go right here, number 13.
Nice.
That'll be here for you.
Thanks.
Good. All right. Well, good questions, Kurt. And anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Good. Well, I can't wait for you to get your calendar on there and potentially get some better deliverability on a higher volume of emails. Good. Randy, did you have any updated feedback for me, buddy?
Oh, I didn't try that yet.
Sorry. No pressure.
Right. I wanted to, as far as on those videos that you were just showing after they're over, how long does it typically take to load those up? And then also to load them up, and then do they rename them, or are they just called that day's coaching?
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying specifically. So for our past recording sessions, they're usually, right. I think I missed number 10 or something. It was like a very short one. Number 10 I missed. I forgot to hit record or something. So all of those are there typically within the same day, within a couple hours at most, they'll be here. And yes, the name of the coaching is typically what was in what we talked about in the session. You can see it's usually something about whatever the session was about, and then just the date and the number. So.
Okay, because I saw something on another one where you guys had cut out a section of that and created a video of that, unless I'm mistaken.
What do you mean?
I thought I watched one of them and popped it up and was a section of the call, but it wasn't the whole call. Do you guys ever split them up?
Well, first, if you click into one of these, it'll remember wherever you left off. So like if I've watched 25 minutes of this and I come back to it, it's gonna put me back on this same spot. But I think to answer your question, I did record just number 10. I had one clip of where, because I forgot to hit record for most of the call, And at the end, I was like, let me just hit record. And we recorded like one short lesson. So that
Okay.
may have been what you saw somewhere, was the number 10, which was just a fraction of a session. But most of these are broken
Full.
up into the full recordings. Yeah.
Okay. And then one other thing, if I'm wanting to send my contacts on LinkedIn, the
Mm-hmm.
connections,
Mm-hmm.
um, we can send the whole. You just again, and I've seen a video on it once before, but
Yeah.
is that is considered a warm lead, correct? If
If
they
you're connected on LinkedIn, I would consider it a warmer lead than someone that's not connected at all. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And is there any kind of, does LinkedIn have any kind of things about how many of my contacts that I can reach out to and send them a video link or,
No, it's the same messaging limit request. All the limits that you have on LinkedIn. This is interesting too, because I've researched this. Like your connection requests, your messages, it's about like your daily volume. If you go from doing nothing to trying to send 500 messages a day, that's like some flag for them. If you consistently send 100 messages a day and you slowly increase that volume, I don't believe there's it's going to work better for you. I've also heard like there's unlimited messaging within groups and stuff like that, right? So there's in mail, there's first degree contact. I think there's a lot of sort of intrinsic LinkedIn limits, but yeah,
Oh,
Dubb doesn't have anything to affect any of those. So any limits within LinkedIn are provided exclusively through LinkedIn, and you can include a video into any of those steps.
okay.
Quick couple of rules there though for everybody on LinkedIn while we're there. Um, when you go to share a video, it will only show a preview if they're a connection. So you can see I've connected to John here, and that's why it's showing the preview. If they're not a connection, it's only going to show as a URL. Just be aware of that limit, right? If they're not connected, it's a LinkedIn privacy thing and it only shows as a link. So just be aware of that one limitation. I usually don't I mean, if they're not a connection yet, I definitely don't recommend a custom video, right? Because more than 50% of connection requests are ignored. So I would not waste custom video time on 50% failure rate, knowing that going in. I would say if you're doing it in a connection request, a recycled video would be okay. And once they accept, then the thumbnail would populate. Or just wait until they've accepted, then you can do a custom video, or a recycled, up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, good stuff, Randy. All right, Vanessa, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. It's been a while. How you doing?
Good, good. Just been busy. So I have a
Good.
couple things.
What do you got?
You guys, you cannot miss any time on Dubb because when you come back, everything is just
Right.
totally
We got 10
different.
new
It's like,
things. Yeah.
oh my goodness, I don't even know where
Yeah.
to begin. So one of the
Good.
things that I'm doing is I'm starting to get connected with Go High Level and connecting Dubb with Go High Level. But
Yeah.
one of the things that I want to do is I have a free community, and in my free community,
Hmm.
I'm teaching nonprofits about how to work more effectively, and one of the things are some of the tools. And so Dubb is one of the tools that I want to be able to share with them, but I won't do it any justice of recording a video myself. So I was
Right.
wondering if you all have a video that I can use to put into my
Hmm.
community that people could like that would explain what Dubb is.
Okay. Oh, so just Dubb.
Just
Because I was gonna
Dubb.
say I got multiple things for you. So one thing really quick is I have a really good testimonial from a nonprofit. And
Mhm.
what I think, let me just make a note, Vanessa, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deliver something to you right after this because I have oh, by the way, anyone else that wants this one, I recently recorded, it's like Dubb in 3 minutes, like just over 3 minutes, but it's a nice general use case video where it's like it's me covering what Dubb does for kind of any business in about 3 minutes, 3 minutes and some seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you that one, Vanessa, but I'm also going to put in the playlist there for download the um, nonprofit testimonial, and then I also have a specific video for how Dubb integrates with Go High Level. So I mean, I could put all three of those in a little thing for you to have you be able to download them, and then you can do whatever you need to with them from there.
Okay, yeah, because I want to put it, I want to be able to highlight.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'll give you the MP4s, and then you can come do a playlist or screen video, whatever you want with them. Sound good?
okay, okay. And then for me with Go High Level, so I'm getting ready to do a campaign, and so, but we always can do the written, but I want to do the video emails.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when I do a video in Dubb, how does it work for it getting over to Go High Level, being sent out from there? or I
You got
have
it.
no idea how any of that's going to work.
Good, good. Well, this is a good time because that's one of the videos I will share with you. Kenman, Randy and Kenman, let me take down your guys' stuff here for the Dubb in 3 minutes. This is this kind of for our partners to help promote. We're in the I think it's being added to the partner account. Excuse me, if it hasn't already, but I'll get it over to you guys directly. So here we go. Let me share with you. The first thing is I'm going to share this to you directly, but for everyone's benefit, you can come right here to our little green bubble. And this is Go High Level is a really powerful marketing sort of automation CRM kind of software. And they have some cool functions. And so Dubb is a very much meet you where you work, right? If you have Constant Contact, MailChimp, Salesforce, whatever it is, perfect. Dubb is going to integrate with that. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not complicating things. We're just taking things that you're doing and making them better, more efficient, more personal, more human. So this video right here is the one I'm going to share with you. It's pretty short. It's only 3 minutes long. But I'm going to make sure I have a Dubb version of this. But this is the tutorial here that shows exactly how Dubb integrates with Go High Level. And basically, it's this here, Vanessa. There's 2 parts. One part is you need to take all your contacts from Go High Level and add them into Dubb. Only one time. You do that to get the majority of the contacts synchronized so that we can track who's watching the videos. So that's piece number 1 is just sync the contacts only one time. You only need to do it one time because here in the marketplace, we have the full integration with Go High Level so that it's going to keep your contacts in sync moving forward. So as new contacts are added to Go High Level, like for automations and stuff, they'll also be added into Dubb so that we can identify and check on their tracking. So that's why the import is just a one-time thing. And this is part 1 of the integration is just syncing the contacts and keeping them in sync.
Okay, I have
now,
that done.
Yeah,
okay.
Now once that's done, that's the first part. Now, all it takes to add videos into Go High Level is while you're in Go High Level, you can click on the Chrome extension here. This is a shortcut, and it's going to give you access to your library of videos where I can click advanced and Vanessa, remind me, are you in a white label version or is it the original? Like, does it say Go High Level or does it say something else here?
I'm the original. Yeah, I'm not in the white label.
Got it. So if it says Go High Level here, it's going to automatically optimize for Go High Level here. And so you don't need to even click this switch or do anything else. This is automatically done. Now, the only difference here is if we're adding it to an email, if we're adding it to a text message. If we're adding it to an email, the method I recommend most is you can just press copy like this and then paste it straight into the body. I don't recommend that though, because there's additional HTML that's not necessary. And we want to avoid unnecessary HTML and images, extra stuff in an email, right? We want our emails to be as light, as simple as possible, even if there's a video, so that it's more likely to be delivered, especially in bulk or automation. That's where the problems really lie. So my best recommendation for adding Dubb videos into any third-party system, so this is Go High Level, MailChimp, any of those things, is first visit your favorite platform so you don't have to leave it. Go to the place where you're going to write your emails. And then here, instead of doing the short, easy shortcut button, I recommend just a little tiny extra step, which is to click here. And you're going to download the GIF, which is the looping image, right? That's the preview of the video. Then you're going to copy the URL. This URL is optimized for Go High Level. So you can see it has some stuff like this in it. That means it's going to track everybody that watches this through Go High Level. So I take the GIF and I add the GIF to my email template. So, you upload it natively. Like there's an image button, you click the image button, you add the GIF to your email. Then you add the link, the URL to that GIF. The reason that and this is all in the video as well, guys. So the video does a better job than I'm doing here. And the reason I'm showing this method, guys, instead of the shortcut is because if I do just the GIF, that's one image uploaded natively into your email sender, one image with one link. Versus if I press this button, there's more HTML there. There's more stuff there. So it's not as good for a bulk email. So that's why I'm showing you the extra step, is just for a little bit, an edge in deliverability when you're sending automations and stuff through your thing. So anyway, That's it, Vanessa. That tutorial's there. I'm gonna send you the full video as well, so you'll have it in your email with the other two videos I mentioned. But it's just those two steps: sync the contacts and then copy and paste the video into the template thing that you want to send.
Okay. Okay. And so if I'm doing a funnel,
Mm-hmm.
I need to do the email for each one of the funnels. Each one
I
of
would
the
say that
steps in the funnel.
not every video, or not if you have a multi-step email, right? Like an email sequence of a funnel. Not everyone always needs a video. In fact, it can sometimes be like overkill, right? Unless you're describing something video, like you're showing them something in a portal, how to register, next steps, then yeah, put a video. But if it's just like, hey there, this is your step number 3, and I'm just telling you via face, I would say it's not required for everyone. Always in a first step. If someone's just being enrolled into a workflow and into an automation, a video is a fantastic way to make a powerful first impression in that workflow they're going to be part of. It's also a fantastic way to show them and describe for them what they're now a part of, right? Welcome to this automation, right? Welcome to this process. And you're going to receive a few emails. It's going to tell you this, it's going to show you that. It's much better to definitely introduce it. But I would say, Vanessa, don't feel pressured to put video in every step, but definitely where it's relevant, right? If you're trying to create an emotional response, if you're trying to showcase something visual, you're trying to reconnect as a person, those are all great use cases. But if it's just here's your day 4 information and it's like a quote or something, doesn't always need video.
Okay, and then one more question, because as I heard you all were talking about LinkedIn, and I'm just getting into LinkedIn too, videos on LinkedIn. So I have connections. So are you saying from Dubb, you can send bulk emails to LinkedIn, or do I need to do the same thing, cut and paste and
well in LinkedIn
context?
There's a button here built into LinkedIn. As long as you have the Dubb Chrome extension, that's this little shortcut, you have a button right inside of LinkedIn that allows you to click the button, access your library, insert your videos, and do a direct message. So it's not really a copy and paste. This you can just insert directly, no problem. That's not you can just insert it. The other one I showed because it was a bulk email sort of situation. So for LinkedIn though, there is, with Dubb and LinkedIn, just these two platforms, yes, you have to send every video 1-to-1. However, there are a lot of tools out there that do LinkedIn automations, right? Like one I used for a while was called Linked Helper, and it was just sending connection requests to a list for me. I wasn't using it for any automated messaging. That was an option. Like it could send a request, and if they connect, it sends them a message. I wasn't doing it for that, but that is an option. There are lots of tools like that, in which case, technically, you could send Dubb videos through bulk or automation, but it would be requiring one of those LinkedIn automation tools. And I'm usually not a big proponent of them because I'm like, there's some risk there, right? If you read the terms of service of LinkedIn, I'm sure they say don't use automated third-party tools that send messages through LinkedIn, right? They probably tell you don't do that. But I'm sure these platforms and technologies that offer that have some circumvention, some loophole or something, right? Or they don't. I'm not positive. But because I only use it for connection requests. So
okay.
But yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Okay,
Makes sense?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Speaking of LinkedIn, and now that we've had a few people ask a question around it, I want to show you guys one little bonus lesson here, which is really cool and something that's totally unique to Dubb. And it's one of the lessons in our showcase. It is the narrator here. Let me see. Yeah, this one. So this video right here, the narrator, this is the full training on this. What it essentially shows you how to do, there's this strategy that people have been doing on LinkedIn, using video to make a really interesting connection message, right? Where I'm on Ruben's LinkedIn page. I click record from his LinkedIn page. And that way I have a thumbnail that looks like, let me see if I have an example here. Yeah, there's one of Rob's. So it looks like this. When I go to send this via email or via LinkedIn or whatever, they are going to see a video that looks like this. So you can see this is Rob on a LinkedIn page, right? When Rob opens a LinkedIn, this is very interesting for Rob. They're like, wow, this is a video of my LinkedIn page. I can watch a short video about me. right? So that's the idea here is from LinkedIn, I would press record. I'll just show the example here. I'm not going to do the full thing, but I'll give the example. So normally I would be required to say, hey, Ruben, it's so great to connect. I just wanted to share a quick personal video with you. It actually comes right after this. It's going to explain how we're working with SaaS video platforms just like yours to do some really amazing things. So would love to hear your thoughts. And if you're interested, there's some case studies, some testimonials, and a calendar right below this. So thanks again for your time. Thanks for connecting, and looking forward to hearing what you think. So something like that, we might say. And now I would be forced to repeat that same script, that same video for every connection that I made, right? If I wanted to do that. But there's a feature that we released called the narrator, where I can instead use the Dubb desktop app. And instead of recording every video every time, I can record one video one time and essentially accomplish the same thing. So here, I'm on LinkedIn, Ruben's LinkedIn, and I'm going to open the narrator feature. And then I'm going to search for my one pre-recorded video for my LinkedIn connections. There he is. And so now instead of me having to actually record a video and say the video every time for like 50 connections, 30 connections a day, I could just do this instead, where I've pulled up their LinkedIn. I go to my accepted requests, pull up the profile, pull up my video, and just press record. And then he's going to speak. Hey there, it's Darius. I just wanted to put a quick face to the name, make this video for you. And the reason why I actually wanted to share this video is because. So now you can see I just basically automatically made a video with 2 clicks, right? I clicked his LinkedIn and I clicked record. Now I have what appears to be a hyper personalized video that looks like I made a video just for Ruben right on his LinkedIn profile. And it's actually me speaking. It's not AI. It's not weird lips. It's not anything like that. And essentially I could have a VA do this 100 times a day, or I could, you yourself just click, click, click. It's easier than saying, hey, Ruben, so great to connect. Hey, John, so great to connect. Here's my message. I wanted to connect. That can be tiresome, especially if you do it 100 times. If you have a VA or a junior level assistant, they don't even have to speak English. They don't have to speak at all. They just have to be able to click a few times, and they would be able to essentially replicate that same process. So whether it's you or somebody junior, by the way, junior, I'm talking about like Fiverr, right? You can hire a VA off Fiverr for like $5 an hour and have them make 100 of those videos in an hour. And now you have some really powerful connection messages that cost you $5 essentially, maybe, give or take whatever, $10 or something. So anyways, that feature is specific for LinkedIn outreach with hyper personalization, but with scalability. And that's in the training showcase under narrator.
And so does that go on? Does that go with just LinkedIn, or can you use that?
You can absolutely send that via email as well. The only thing is, the reason I show that on LinkedIn is because once you've connected with somebody, that's confirmed a few things. 1, they're active on LinkedIn. 2, they're open and accepting to some type of message outreach, right? They've accepted your request. So that's why, that's why the LinkedIn thing is very interesting, particular for LinkedIn. However, if you have not connected on LinkedIn and you do that type of LinkedIn video, they might not even recognize. They're like, what is that? Oh, that's my link. I haven't even been on LinkedIn in 10 years or something. So that's the only reason it's a more of a question mark in email than it would be in LinkedIn. But absolutely, you can send it. And if you've connected on LinkedIn, then you have the same certainty that they're going to recognize that thumbnail. Alternatively, Vanessa, instead of their LinkedIn profile, you could put their website. You could pull up a website, something of that company, that individual, something that they're going to recognize in the background. And it's essentially the same concept, right? It's kind of like this piece. If you guys have, hopefully you've all seen this before, where I do this, right? And I say, hey, Darius, and I hold this up. And that way the person knows that I did something custom just for them. That's what that backdrop does, is it's like saying, hey, Darius, except for it's your LinkedIn here. It's your website. It's your thing back here. And I'm speaking in front of it. So that's the idea with that strategy, is it's a personal hyper personalization, but a little bit more scalable than having to do it yourself over and over.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. Well, let me see here. Ivan, looks like you had maybe a question around that. You said, yeah, hey, there you go, Ivan. Microphone is on. I'm assuming to use it with Facebook, Instagram as well. Yes, absolutely. If you've connected with somebody on Instagram, you want to DM them, Facebook, Messenger, absolutely the same thing. You could even go on their Facebook profile and do that same narrator feature and say, hey there, and then send it via Messenger. Absolutely.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, same concept as well. As you want to take something that they're going to recognize, whether it's their Instagram page, their Facebook page, their personal website, whatever it is, put it back there and then hit record on the narrator and rinse and repeat. One other thing that I'll show you guys with that though is this is dependent upon the rest of your preset being built, right? So the preset is a more basic feature on Dubb. If you guys don't have a preset, everybody here should definitely have a preset. Everyone should have a preset. The preset is the stuff that gets connected to your video, right? So when I recorded this video, what did I say? I said, hey there, great to connect. The reason I wanted to make this video is there's some video after this that explains it. So this is why the preset is important, because that first part really personal and looks great, but then after that it goes into the other stuff, the repeatable part of your video, and then after that rolls into testimonials, social proof, case studies, right? People saying good things about your business or upsells or cross sells. And then of course below this you have your buttons for them to see your social proof, read your reviews, your case studies, book a time, call you, email, text you, and maybe even you've set up an AI so the AI can answer questions while you're asleep or on vacation or busy in another call or something. So this is the preset that also connects to that strategy I just showed. So you have your preset built out with all your best stuff here to create a conversation and opportunity conversion. And then you've done the narrator feature in front of it where you just say, where your VA or you say, hey there, hey there, hey there. And then everything else is connected to it. So those two things allow for the best of both worlds, right? So you get the non-repeatable part, but you get the hyper-personalized part as well. Well, good. All right. Any other questions here for today that I can take care of? I know some people popped in late. Make sure Tram didn't show up here late, right? Good. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's everything for today, unless there's any final questions I can answer before we take off. All right, very good. Oh, I think I saw a hand there. Michael, welcome, buddy. Good to see you again. Last one for the day. What do you got, Michael?
Do you hear me, Darius?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I missed the last two sessions, and I
had, oh, that's right. You had a.
Yeah,
I saw your thing, and you know what? Let me check my calendar, make sure I don't have. I have enough time here to actually include this one for you. You have your open mic that you submitted a while back. Let's go in here.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, HeyGen thing, right?
Yeah, similar to HeyGen. What I've seen in HeyGen,
so
in a YouTube video. Yeah.
This is let me read your question out loud, and then you can maybe add some context for me. You said, I saw on HeyGen that it's possible to create a video without a personal address. The video is then sent to a large number of people and the recipient's name appears on the thumbnail. So two-part question there, right? I saw at HeyGen it's possible to create a video without a personal address. What do you mean by that exactly?
So it's like the narrator video you show us. So I make one video, and then if I send it in bulk to people, I understand that HeyGen is able to, when I have put the address into the Dubb system, then on the screen when
I got you. Yeah,
the video pops up.
I did cover this, Michael. The reason, yes, the question is, are you forced to include a physical address when you're sending emails in bulk? And according to something that you saw or somewhere, they're saying, hey, you don't need to. And I discouraged it at that point. I said, this is absolutely not okay. Anyone telling you that you don't need to follow CAN spam compliance on bulk emails is not having your best interest in mind. If you consult an attorney or chat.com or Google, consult any of these things, and you say, hey, is it a good idea for me to not adhere to CAN spam compliance on my bulk emails? And they're going to say, no, that's absolutely a terrible idea. And you open yourself up to fines and lawsuits and trouble. So it's not worth it in my book. Like if you can put your whole business at risk, you can put your email, it's just not worth that level of risk to try to trick somebody into thinking it's not a bulk email. So from a legal perspective, from a coaching sort of perspective, I would say, technically, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible to break the law, right? You can go murder somebody. Don't do that.
No, perhaps there
So,
is a misunderstanding, Darius. What I meant is when I send a video, let's say to 20 people which are in my database, let's say a newsletter, something like that, market update, whatever. And if the video is sending, let's say, to these people where I have the address, the email address, and the full name into, let's say, Dubb CRM.
Yep.
Is it possible that above the video, it says, "Hey, Darius," just as a written word, "Hey, Darius," "Hey, Michael," "Hey, Claudia," whatever names I address the videos. That was my question.
Yeah. So I thought you said without including an address. So yes, absolutely. That's something that Dubb does natively and automatically. So for example, if I'm going to send this video here, you can see there's a feature called video header, and I have there that says video for first name.
Okay,
and so yes, you can put any variable.
Exactly. That was the point I was looking for. Okay,
got it,
super
got
cool.
it.
Okay,
understood. So yes, you can, and then this also supports any tokens, custom fields even that you've created on Dubb. So essentially, you have any personalization there in the video header as whatever you'd want. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because that is more personalized if I send a newsletter.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly why we added that.
And the recipients see his name. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. Okay. So good. Maybe I misunderstood that it's possible to create, because it said without a personal address, and I was like, well, no, you need a physical address on your emails. So okay, different conversation. Okay, well, good. Yeah. And by the way, guys, HeyGen is one of the leading platforms in the cloning stuff, right? I'm a fan for certain use cases. I'm not yet a fan for replacing personalized video, because you can still tell that it's fake. Like even the very best HeyGens or any of them, you can still tell. Like if anyone spends a half a second doing this, you can see that the mouth is kind of funny, or the eyes do something weird, or like either this guy's very strange, like weird human thing, or it's AI, right? So it's still quite easy to tell AI video from at least a personalized one. Not like, I'm not saying a screen video, so that stuff you can make AI more easily, but a personal heartfelt message where your eyeballs are moving normally and your voice is normal, your lips are normal, hand movement is, everything is actually authentic. That's still not there. Maybe 2, 3, 6 months. It's hard to say. It could be a year. But I'm not a big fan of it for replacing personalized video right now. But our fingers on the pulse of that. So when it's available, when I see something that I can't differentiate from, I'm all in. I'm like, guys, you can definitely leverage it. There is going to be, of course, some additional cost or time, for whatever to generate avatar videos. But the cost is coming down a lot and the speed's increasing. So it's definitely coming. Kenman, can Dubb replace high level? In most instances, yes. I would say the one thing I've seen that people are doing with high level that Dubb couldn't do is anything calling related. Like I think if you have a call-based automation, right? Like I did a voicemail drop or something. So Kenman, if you're doing any calling-based things with high level, that part wouldn't be replaceable. So there's no voicemail drop, and then there's no automations based on any phone activity. So if they pick up the phone and say hello or something, I don't know if high levels automated that far with voice, but no phone stuff. So text messaging is still good. Email is still good. Video stuff is in fact a little bit better. But other than that, they're both CRMs. They both offer automations. They both offer landing pages. Both have good support. So technically, yes, I have had a lot of people replace their high level, but I think more people, instead of replacing, have integrated the two. They've taken their Dubb videos and they're adding them into their high level automations and stuff, because people are often sold high level as the single golden solution. That's all you need, right? And then you get in there and you'll use some of the pre-built sequences or some of the stuff that comes off the shelf, and the results will be less than stellar. And then they'll say, oh, well, you need to tweak it. You need to enhance it. You need to modify it. And then that's when Dubb comes in to sort of enhance what's there in high level. That I would say is the most common thing. Well, good. Then yeah, if you're more on Dubb than high level, I know that they don't offer this type of coaching at high level. So when you need high level support for automations and sequences and stuff, you definitely have a resource where you can come field those discussions and really have a thoughtful conversation around it. So you're welcome for that. Cool. Well, good guys. We're coming up on the hour. Any final questions I can take care of for you today? And we have another session Thursday. So, and like I said, I think these rooms are going to get busier once we start marketing this thing. So I want to encourage you guys to do the open mic sessions, right? Anything you need support on in your business, video, automation, AI endeavors, we'd love to support. So right on. Okay. Thank you guys for your time today. We will see you next time on Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.